world is profoundly irresponsible and unfair. You only tried to live a virtuous life, minding your own boundaries, but someone invaded your life without any warning. They trampled on your pride, ridiculed your efforts, and left a deep, dark brand upon your soul. In those moments, a primal voice boils up from the very bottom of our being. I must pay them back exactly. No, I must destroy them even more miserably. This voice seems righteous. It feels entirely justified. But at this very point, we enter into the most fatal and secretive slave contract of our lives. Hatred, in reality, is like a profound and twisted unrequited love. The moment you hate someone with every fiber of your being, all your nerves, your senses, and your precious daily energy become permanently fixed on that person. You monitor what they do, whom they meet, obsessing over whether they might be living more happily than you. By doing so, you are sacrificing your present moment as an offering to the phantom of that person. You say you want revenge, but you are walking into the perpetrator's shadow of your own accord. The perpetrator may have already forgotten you and is sleeping peacefully. But you summon them into your room every single night in the name of righteous indignation. Is this truly the justice you craved? Or is it a second sentence you have imposed upon yourself? The great philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche left us a chilling warning. He who fights with monsters might take care lest he thereby become a monster. And if you gaze for long into an abyss, the abyss gazes also into you. We often borrow the weapons of our oppressors just to condemn them. Because they were rude, we justify becoming rude ourselves. Because they were cowardly, we devise our own cowardly schemes. But in that process, the one truly destroyed is not the perpetrator, but your own nobility. The moment you use the language of the perpetrator to defeat them, you have already lost. Your soul has descended to the same wretched level as theirs. Nietzsche called this the slave morality of ressentiment. It is a tragic state where one does not create their own life, but finds their reason for existence only by reacting to the evil of others. It is like being a hollow shell that has no reason to exist if there is no perpetrator to be angry at. Do you truly want to remain a component of that perpetrator's life? Will you let their malice dictate the essence of your character? Now, we must draw a razor-sharp blade to sever this cycle of misery. It is a weapon called kindness. Kindness here is not a synonym for weakness. It is the gravity of a massive planet that never loses its orbit, even in the midst of a cosmic storm. 2,500 years ago, the sage Lao Tzu offered a chilling insight in the Tao Te Ching. To those who are good, I am good. To those who are not good, I am also good. Thus, virtue is attained. This is not a warm passage from a moral textbook. It is a cold, calculated, and highly intelligent survival strategy. The reason I treat the wicked with kindness is not out of some naive optimism that they will change their ways. It is solely to prove that my goodness is not a trivial thing dictated by external stimuli or the baseness of others. If the world throws filth at you, you do not have to become a trash can. The ocean does not become a dumpster just because all sorts of pollutants flow into it. Instead, it accepts and purifies everything with its vast depth, maintaining its own eternal blue. When someone hands you poison, only you can decide whether to drink it and die with them, or transform it into an antidote and offer it back to the world. The moment you choose, goodness, you seize absolute control of the narrative. The attacker who tried to shake you is left bewildered, because none of their provocations could scale the fortress of your inner peace. This is the power of water, as described by Lao Tzu. Like water that flows to the lowest places but pierces the hardest rock, this is a kindness that is flexible yet unbreakable, securing an inner territory that no one can invade. That is the only elegant way to neutralize the greatest wounds the world can give. Viktor Frankl, the psychiatrist who survived the death camps of Auschwitz, said, "Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom. The pain the perpetrator threw at you is the stimulus. Reacting immediately with anger and revenge in kind is nothing more than a mechanical response. But you must widen that space between the stimulus and the response. In that split-second space, your soul asks, 'What kind of person will I become through this pain?' Revenge is not about destroying the other person. It is about becoming perfectly free from them. If you decided to treat them with kindness today, it is not because you have forgiven them. It is because you have categorized them as meaningless noise in your grand life. They no longer hold the remote control to your emotions. That remote has finally returned to your own hand. The truly strong one is not the one who screams, but the one who can remain silent amidst the noise. The true victor is not the one who brought the enemy to their knees, but the one who was hit by a stone, stood back up, and silently continued walking their own path. An individual who can help others despite being wounded. One who understands the pain of others more deeply because they have suffered. They are transcendental beings who have already surpassed human limitations. Now let your soul go. Cast off the old heavy rags of a victim and become a creator who never loses their color in any situation. Use the pain the world gave you as raw material to forge a noble character that no one else can imitate. Maintaining your kindness is not a gift for those who hurt you. It is the greatest blessing for yourself, and the most cruel and perfect revenge against those who tried to break you. For the fact that you are still shining, despite everything, will be their most bitter and painful defeat. To whom will you entrust your precious peace tonight? Is it still in the hands of those who hurt you? Or is it within yourself? Is your goodness now ready to conquer the world?